Hi, it's Liz. My channel is Tomorrow again. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed. I didn't know whether to title this video Story Time. I didn't know what to title it. So I went with my gut and I titled it Story Time. It's the truth. It is a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit surreal, but it's the truth. And I've got to share it with you guys. I've got to. First of all, I dreamed this or experienced this morning. And today is April 20th, 2018. I went about my regular routine. I woke up bright and early. I always do. And the first thing I usually do is I check my email, I check my messages, and it kind of gives me an idea what my day is going to require. So this morning, I woke up, I checked my email, checked my messages, and then as I was doing that, I became very sleepy, which is very unusual. Once I'm up, I'm up. I don't get sleepy and go back to bed because I usually have a full schedule. I'm really busy during the day, especially Monday through Friday. I'm very busy, so I have to get up and get going. So anyway, I went ahead and sort of went back to sleep. But before I was completely asleep, I got a feeling like I was more drowsy than sleepy. And oh my God, this is going to sound crazy, but I'm just going to tell you guys exactly what I experienced. As I was going into sleep, the late singer Prince contacted me. He wanted to talk. He wanted to show me something. And I'm thinking, why me? Why do you want to show me something? I'm really honestly thinking this as I'm drifting into this dream. He told me to please meet him where the bicycle rack is. And he showed me an area of this building where he would ride a bicycle, and he wanted me to meet him there. So I drifted off to sleep, and I felt like I was completely asleep. And I opened my eyes, and there he was. And he asked me if I wanted to come inside. And I love museums. So I was like, sure. And before we went inside, I looked up at the building, and something told me this belongs to him. This is not just a museum. This is where he lives, or where he lived. I I hate to say this, but I was never a Prince fan. I think he's very talented. I admired his talent, his fortitude, whatever it took to get to be where he was, in life. I admired that. We were relatively close to the same age, Prince. But I actually didn't, I mean, some of his music I liked. I liked that one song, Diamonds and Pearls. I really liked that song. Anyway, I wasn't a huge, and I'm still not a huge Prince so-called fan. So, um, he asked me if I wanted to come inside, and I went inside with him, and it was a really large room, like not a room, a foyer, really big, and it was not very much stuff in there. It kind of reminded you of some sort of official office building. It didn't look like someone would live there. So he just sort of went right into it. He told me that to the left of where we were is where he died. And I didn't get a chance to even process him saying that. I'm just going along with him. He's sending me these sort of mental images very quickly. And before he could even explain the fact that he died, he showed me that he was running around back and forth, and the floor that he was running on was very slick, and he almost fell, and he was holding the area between his stomach and his chest, and He was sweating and he felt like he was having an allergic reaction to some medicine that he had taken. Um, he had gotten up and took medicine because he wasn't feeling well. He was having some pain, or he thought the pain would get worse, and so he took it earlier than he was supposed to, before the pain could start, or could really get bad. And so I'm feeling. So I'm having a lot of empathy for this man, and at this point, I just want to say, just in my dream, I just wanted to say to the world, if you only knew, this is how Prince died. He feels that it was an allergic reaction, like it caught him off guard, like, whoa, this is pretty heavy. It never did this before. Like he was having some sort of unusual reaction. He also, he showed me along a wall, um, there was documents that were stored there, and he didn't really elaborate. I just saw it there, and he sort of mentally, sort of through telepathy, showed me these documents, and I just knew that these were important documents. Um, he I'm trying to think what order he told me everything, and it's so overwhelming and so cool, and in a little bit, in a way, it's kind of scary. I've experienced a lot in my life. I've even experienced psychic dreams, but I'm not really the type of psychic who dreams things and they come true. Uh, I'm more intuitive, although I am clairvoyant, but I'm more intuitive. I just go by energy. So I'm not going to, make it seem like it's not what I'm trying to do. But anyway, to get back on track, I'm looking at my board over here. I took notes because if I didn't take notes, I would forget. That's how dreams are. The more the day goes on, the more you kind of forget the details of the dream. So I wrote some things down. Okay. I asked him, I said, "Are you happy with the way the museum is, the way this place is?" And he said he's very happy, and he's tried to tell his sister that he's very happy. And so I said, "I need you to verify that you're really Prince, and I'm having a psychic dream. I need you to verify." It's like all of a sudden I took control. I was getting pretty arrogant in this dream. I was demanding things. I want to know. You brought me into this dream, so you tell me, give me some verification. So he did. He said, I said, "Your sister, you mentioned your sister. Is she younger or older?" He said, "She's younger." I said, "Okay." I said, "When's your birthday?" He said, "You can look that up." And I said, "I bet it's in September. Are you a Virgo?" Well, I looked it up, and honestly, he's a Gemini. But still, I went along with the dream. He also said, certain time of the year, he would wear this costume, this same costume, and it would scare people. And it was made of it wasn't real fur. It looked like a bear or a monkey, some sort of costume like that. This was his way of verifying to me that this was the real Prince and this was the real deal, and everything he was telling me was real. So if anybody out there knows Prince and they know what I'm talking about this costume he would wear every now and then, it's not a Halloween costume or anything like that, it seems. It was just a costume that he would put on to scare people. And sometimes he would just put the head of it on. Also, he told me that he wrote some children's songs that sort of went along with books, almost sound like nursery rhymes. And he let me listen to one of them. And it had a sound to it like, oh man, you know what? I cannot remember. It sounded familiar. It sounded familiar, but it didn't sound like a children's song that I had heard before, but the tune sounded very familiar. And I was even humming it in my dream, and now I can't remember what it was. But yeah, he showed me that. I'm looking at my board still. And he showed Okay, and he showed me, he's not showing me anything now, but he showed me a basketball court, which confused me because when I looked up, and I did Google all this stuff after the fact, um, when I looked up Paisley Park or Prince's house, and it said it was Paisley Park, which was turned to a museum. It verified all that for me, but it didn't show a gym, a gymnasium. But Prince showed me a gymnasium, and it had specifically purple and black walls. The purple was at the top and the black was at the bottom. And I remember looking around thinking, wow, I'm not even surprised because everything in here is purple. Except he showed me a bedroom, and I'm not sure if it was his bedroom. I think it was his bedroom. And the bedspread or whatever was covering the bed was a white, sort of off-white color bedspread. And he made me see that all of his bedspreads were that similar color. Also, he has an issue with someone who is in the entertainment industry, and I am not going to say their name. I will tell you this: that person at one time was very more famous than they are now. They had a hit song or two. It's a male, and someone who's a lot younger than Prince. Uh, and I think that's all I'm going to say. But he told me that when I do this video, he told me to say the person's name. I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to say their name, but I will give you what I've given you so far. That's the best I can do. So, I don't know what you guys think of this. I feel like I was there with Prince. Um, if I had to choose someone to be there with just for a dream, I would have chosen Michael Jackson because I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. But this was Prince. This was his message, and it seems like he really wants people to come visit the museum, the place where he lived, and he wanted his sister to know that he is very happy and very proud of the work that's being done there. And I just feel like if there's not a basketball court there, maybe you guys could think about adding one. He was really excited when he showed me this purple and black wall that was part of the basketball court, or he wanted it to look that way. I don't know why you chose me, Prince, but it was fine and dandy for the time we spent together. Don't contact me anymore. I'd really appreciate it. Also, whoever this person is, he had a beef with. This person, I'm going to say, is a rapper, not a singer. I'll say that too. And he feels like they didn't hold up to their end of the bargain. And then he also told me to tell everyone that he's happy and he wouldn't trade it for anything. He showed me that he's content and he's very happy, and he wasn't surprised when he crossed over. When he left this world, he was not surprised. He expected it, and he expected it really soon. This had been happening, he had been having these feelings for years, feeling like that he didn't have long, and he knew within a couple of days of him passing, he knew for a fact that he was going to go. And he would have bouts of anxiety about it. Oh, another thing he told me to say, and I don't know what this means, but there's a bathroom and there's a leak there from a faucet, sort of the back of the vanity. The back of the vanity, there's a leak there that he's been concerned about, and it always leaks, he says. It always does that. He is there, and also I told him that soon, I don't know how soon, I will visit the museum, his home in this world, and I want to see or convince myself the things that I experienced were real. more real than what I could imagine. And when I first walked into this museum in my dream, it had a very strong smell of almost a cross between coconut, pineapple, and hair product, like a hair product sort of smell. And I want to go there and I want to see for myself if what I experienced in my dream will be similar to what I experience in this world. Anyway, thanks for listening to my story, you guys. Thanks for letting me vent. Wishing you guys the best of the best. Salute to Prince. I wore purple in honor of his memory. You take care, Prince. You rest on and you soar high. He also wanted me to tell you guys that there's a sign he will show everyone around Paisley Park. This is Liz. My channel's tomorrow again. Thanks.